Good evening, children. So, who is there? Balanko nam daande. Hey, කවුද ඉන්නේ ක්ලාස් එකේ දාන්නකො බලන්න නම් ඉන්න අයගේ. Kavisha and who else? Litmal. And last day, finally we discussed asymptotes of a graph, and I gave you homework. Shall we discuss them quickly? And today we can draw graphs. Not all, I'll work out a few of them so you can check the answers. Number 1, to explain the asymptotes. Y equals x plus 3 over x minus 2. So, First, horizontal asymptote. To find a horizontal asymptote, we consider only the highest power x terms. X over x will be equal to 1. So it will go to, as x goes to infinity, y will go to 1. The horizontal asymptote is 1. But to find whether it is going from above or below, right? Y will go to 1 as x goes to positive infinity. To find whether it's going from above or below, you apply that. It's an not a standard method. Uh, you can find it mostly, right? From this, then apply some big value for x equals 100, something like 100. So you get y equals 103 over 98 greater than 1. Therefore, we decide that it goes to 1 from above. To go like this. Then as x goes to negative infinity, still y will go to 1. To check whether going from above or below, we apply a big negative value, right? Something like x equals minus 100. So that will give minus 97 over minus 102. Minus will cancel. Then 97 over 102 will be less than 1. So it will go to 1 from below. Then vertical asymptote. For a vertical asymptote, the requirement is denominator equals 0. So this denominator is equal to 0 when x is equal to 2. Right. So we know that as x gets closer to 2, y will go to infinity, positive infinity or negative infinity. To check whether it's going to positive infinity or negative infinity, so our method is find whether y is positive or negative. I'll find it here. To check the sign of y, we have to consider both the factors. This gives a critical point minus 3 and plus 2. Minus 3 and plus 2. Here y is positive, y is negative, y is positive again. So right up to it is positive, then go to positive infinity. Left up to it's negative, so it will go to negative infinity. So y will go to positive infinity as x goes to 2 from right side. Y will go to negative infinity as x goes to 2 from negative side. Okay, so that's the answer. Then number 2. Number 2, y plus x squared minus 1 over x squared plus 1. To check horizontal asymptotes, we send x to infinity. X to infinity, then y will go to check where goes y. We close these things considering only the highest powers of x. Then give x square over x square. So y will go to 1. Y will go to 1 as x goes to positive infinity. We mark 1. So y will go to positive infinity, but we have y will go to 1 as x goes to infinity, but to check whether going from above or below, apply some big value for x. Here you don't have to waste your time. If you apply some big value for x, say 100, it will be 100 squared minus 1 and 100 squared plus 1. Definitely the denominator is bigger, right? So it should go to 1 from below. 1 from below. Because here the denominator is bigger, right? 1 from below. As x goes to negative infinity, still y will go to 1 to check whether from above or below. We will send applies some big negative value, something like minus 100. Still x square is positive. 100 squared minus 1, 100 squared plus 1. The same result. Denominator is bigger, so it will go to 1 again from below. Okay, from below. Okay, the answer for the first two. Takala adupadu dena hadalan namai. Api ළඟ එකට යන්න. What about vertical asymptotes here? Vertical asymptotes. So it's x square plus 1 in the denominator. It is never zero. Never zero, therefore no vertical asymptotes, right? No vertical asymptotes. හරි අඩුපාඩු දෙක ගණන් හදාගන්න කොටක් දාලා Okay, next is like the reciprocal of this. Y equals x squared plus 1 over x squared minus 1. Right. Just to check the horizontal asymptotes. We suspend the x to infinity. As x goes to infinity, to check where goes y, we consider only the highest powers, x square and x square. They will cancel and give 1. So y will go to 1. Y will go to 1. Y will go to 1. Then find whether going from above or below. You don't have to waste your time for this substituting. You can find it very easily. If you substitute some, say x equals 100, so numerator will be 100 square plus 1. Denominator 100 square minus 1. Definitely the numerator is bigger. So it will go to 1 from above. 1 from above. Greater than 1. Greater than 1, right? So I will go to 1 from above as x goes to positive infinity. Then to see whether it goes to 1 from above or below as x goes to negative infinity, you apply some say some big negative values like minus 100. So still it will give 100 square plus 1 over 100 square minus 1 greater than 1. Okay, still it is 1 plus as x goes to negative infinity will go to 1 from above. 1 from above. So that's the horizontal asymptote. Then coming to vertical asymptotes. Uh, to find vertical asymptotes, you will have to write the denominator in factors. Denominator in factors, x minus 1, x plus 1. Now you can see that there are two vertical asymptotes, 1x plus 1, 1x minus 1. Minus 1 and plus 1. Minus 1 and plus 1, right? Now, we want to see whether it's going to positive infinity or negative infinity, for which you can check the sign of y. Here, definitely the numerator is positive, right? X square plus 1. So you don't have to consider the numerator. Once you check the sign of y, you can forget this numerator, x square plus 1, always positive. Consider only the denominator and take the two factors, x minus 1 and x plus 1, and mark minus 1 and plus 1 only. Here y is positive, in the middle negative, here again positive. So right of 1 it is positive, you go to positive infinity. Left of 1 negative, you go to negative infinity. Again close to minus 1 on left, on right, close to minus 1 on right, negative, will go to negative infinity. And finally left of 1 minus 1 is positive, therefore it will go to positive infinity. So we write them. Y will go to positive infinity as x goes to 1 from positive side. Y will go to negative infinity as x goes to 1 from negative side. Y will go to again negative infinity as x goes to minus 1 from positive side. Y will go to positive infinity as x goes to minus 1 from negative side. So this is the answer. ඊළඟ එකත් බලමු ටක් ගාලා. ඊට කලින් ළමයි මේ දැන් ලොකු ප්‍රශ්නකුත් නැහැ වගේ නේද මේ දවස්වල ආයි මේ ක්ලාස් එක කොහොමද ළමයි ක්ලාස් දෙකට කැඩුවම ටිකයිනේ ඉන්නේ නේ. ඒ නිසා අපි ලබන සතියේ වෙනකොට එන්න හිතාගමු නේද? මේක ඔන්ලයින් ක්ලාස් එක නවත්තලා ඔයගොල්ලෝ ඕනනම් ඔහොම පේරන්ට්ස් ළඟෙන් අහලා ඔය ඉන්න ළමයි ටික දෙනා මේ දවස්වල මේ ඉන්ටර්නෙට් ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවා හරියට මගේ ක්ලාසස් 3ක් කරගන්න ගිය සතියේ මේ පන්තියත් හිරවුණා නේ පැය භාගයක් විතර කියලා. තව ක්ලාස් එකක් එහෙම අන්තිම පැය භාගය වගේ කරගන්න බැරුව ගියා ඉන්ටර්නෙට් ප්‍රොබ්ලම්ස්. ළමයි ටික දෙනෙක් ඉන්න නිසා මම හිතන්නේ අපිට පුළුවන් ඕගොල්ලෝ මෙහෙට ඇවිල්ලා කරන්න. කොහොමම ඒ ගෙදර ඕගොල්ලෝ පේරන්ට්ස්ලෙන් අහලා බලන්න මොකද තත්ත්වය කියලා. ලබන සතියේ එන්න පුළුවන්ද? මොන සන්ඩේ ක්ලාස් එකේ ළමයිට මම මේ සතියේ නම් එන්න කියන්න පුළුවන්. කවිෂා, ඉක්මල්, අබිත. තව කවුද ඉන්නේ? නම දාලා නැති එක්කෙනෙක් ඉන්නවා. කට්ටිය අඩුයි. බලන්න මොකද වෙන්නේ කියලා අහලා කියන්න. ඔයගොල්ලන්ට එන්න පුළුවන්ද කියලා. ඕම දාන්නකෝ. While I'm doing the next. Number 4. අපි මේවල graphs අඳිනවා මම දැන් මේ වෙලා අරගෙන ටිකක් හරි discuss කරන්න මේ කොහොමද මේව හොයන්නේ once we draw the graphs of this. Y equals then x minus 4 x plus 1 over x plus 5. Once we consider the horizontal, try to check horizontal asymptotes, you will send x to infinity. As x goes to infinity, do you see here? It's x squared in the numerator and x in the denominator. X squared in the numerator and x in the denominator. So x squared over x shall give x. So as x goes to positive infinity, y will also go to infinity. Y will go to infinity like this. So as x goes to negative infinity, y will go to negative infinity. So no horizontal asymptote, right? For this function, no horizontal asymptote because y goes to positive infinity or negative infinity, right? So y will go to positive infinity as x goes to infinity because it's x squared over x gets cancelled. You get like y equals x. To negative infinity as x goes to negative infinity, so no horizontal asymptote. But look at the denominator. It's x plus 5. X equal to 0 when x is minus 5. The denominator is equal to 0 when x is minus 5. That means there is a vertical asymptote, right? At minus 5. Minus 5 is the vertical asymptote. To check the sign, whether it's going to positive infinity or negative infinity, we have to draw and check. There are three factors to consider: minus 5, minus 1n, plus 4. Here y is positive, y is negative, y is positive, y is negative. So just right of y minus 5, y is positive. So it will go to positive infinity. Left of minus 5, y is negative. So it will go to negative infinity. So y will go to positive infinity as x goes to minus 5 from positive side. Y will go to negative infinity as x goes to minus 5 from negative side. So that's the vertical asymptote. Arne lamai. ඔකලෝ මොකද කියන්නේ ක්ලාස් එකට ලබන සතිය නම් එන එකද හොඳ මේ විදිහටම ඔන්ලයින් කරන එකද? ලොකුම ප්‍රශ්නේ මේ ඉන්ටර්නෙට් ප්‍රොබ්ලම්ස් තියෙනවා. මට ක්ලාසස් එක තුනක බාධා සිද්ධ වුණා මේ පහුගිය දවස් 7-8. මොකද කියන්නේ කවිෂා? ඔයගොල්ලන්ට එන්න පුළුවන්ද? ළමයි අර 10ක් 15ක් ඉන්න පන්ති මං ගෙන්න ගන්නේ නැහැ. ඔයගොල්ලෝගේ ක්ලාසස් වල ටික දෙනෙක් ඉන්න නිසා කරන්න පුළුවන් ඕන. ටිට්මල් මොකද කියන්නේ අභිට? Can come, says Kavisha. What about the others? ටිට්මල් අභිට? ලිට්මල් යාළුවා හැම. ළමයි කට්ටිය ඇත්තෙත් නැහැනේ ඔන්ලයින් ක්ලාස් එක කරනකොට. මටත් එතකොට ඒගොල්ලෝ පස්සේ බලනවා මම දන්නවා වැඩි දෙනෙක් ඒ වුණාට මේ වෙලාවේ ඉන්න ඕන කීප දෙනෙක්. අනිත් අය මොකද කියන්නේ? You can come. ලිට්මල් හරි ලොකු අවුලක් වුනේ නැත්තම් ලොකු අවුලක් වුනේ නැත්තම් අපි අදින් මේක ආයි ක්ලෝස් කරමු. ඔයගොල්ලෝ ලබන සතියේ එන්න. මං ඉරිදා ළමයි දැන් ඉරිදා ළමයි කවුරුත් නැහැ මේ අද පන්තියේ මේ වෙලාවට පේන විදිහට. කවුරුත් නම දාලා නැහනේ. ඒ අය මම මේ සතියේ නම් එන්න ගන්නම්. ඔයගොල්ලෝ ලබන තර්ස්ඩේ එන්න ක්ලාස් එකට. හරි. ගිය සතියේ මේ පන්තියට බාධා වුණානේ නේද? මම ඕක නවත්තලා දැම්මෙත් ඒකයි. හිටපු ගමන් ඉන්ටර්නෙට් ස්ලෝ වෙනවා. ළමයින්ටත් කරගන්න බෑ. හරි. අපි අද ග්‍රාෆ්ස් අඳින්න පටන් ගන්නවා. ටක් ගාලා මේක ඉවරයක් කරමු. තව එකයි තියෙන්නේ බලන්න නේ. අඩුපාඩු තියෙනවා නම් හදාන්න ළමයි මම විනාඩි දෙක තුනක් දෙන්න. එහෙනම් ලබන සතියේ ඕකල එන්න අපි අද මේක මේ පාඩම ග්‍රාෆ්ස් අඳලා අදින් බලමුකෝ ක්ලෝස් කරලා දාන්න. හරි අන්තිම එක x minus 3 over x minus 2 into x plus 1, right? Right, to check horizontal asymptote, we send x to infinity. As x goes to infinity, positive infinity, we see that numerator is x, denominator x squared, x over x squared, x gets cancelled, we get 1 over x, right? 1 over x. So as x goes to infinity, you go to 0. So I'll go to 0. When it's going to 0, you can easily check whether from above or below. If positive from above, if negative from below. So as x is going to positive infinity, this is positive, this will be positive, this will also be positive. All are positive. So y is positive. Therefore, it will go to 0 from positive side. 0 from positive side. Go to 0 from positive side like this. Right? As x goes to negative infinity, as x goes to negative infinity, this is negative, this will be negative, this will also be negative, everything is 3 negative, 3 minus, therefore it will be minus. So I will go to 0 from below, 0 from below, right? So from the negative side. So that's about horizontal asymptote. Then vertical asymptote, vertical asymptotes, you see that there are two vertical asymptotes, one at -1, the other at 2. හරි මේක හොඳට ඉගෙන ගන්න ඕනද මම හිතන්නේ මම ගිය සතියේ කිව්වා මේ A level maths paper එකේ ගොඩක් ළමයින්ට graph එක අද ගන්න බෑ ප්‍රධාන හේතුව they don't know how to show the graph close to vertical asymptotes, horizontal asymptotes. ඕක නැති බැරි නිසා ගොඩක් ගන්න ළමයින්ට ඔය graph එක අඳ ගන්න බැරි වෙනවා, right? So two vertical asymptotes, one at -1, the other at +2. To describe them, we want to show the find the sign of y. -1 and +2. There are three factors. There's another critical point at 3 in the real number line. So here y is positive, y is negative, y is positive, y is negative. Therefore, right of 2, what will be going to negative infinity? To negative infinity. Left of 2, just left of 2, y is positive. So it will go to positive infinity. Close to -1 on right y is positive. So it will go to positive infinity again. On left of -1, y is negative. So it will go to negative infinity. So that's but vertical asymptotes. So explaining why we go to negative infinity as x goes to 2 from positive side. Why we go to positive infinity as x goes to 2 from negative side, while go to again positive infinity, as x goes to minus 1 from positive side, will go to negative infinity, as x goes to minus 1 from a negative side. ඔන්න උත්තරේ. අකලට පාර තියෙනවනේ හදාගන්න අපි ඊට පස්සේ graph අඳින්න පටන් ගමු අද. graph අඳිනකොට මේ කලින් පන්තියේ ඔය දේවල් අපි පාවිච්චි කරන වෙලාව ඉතුරු කරගන්න. මම දෙන්නේ කලින් අපි මොනවද turning points හොයපුවා මේ වගේ asymptotes හොයපුවා මේ examples ගත්ත ඒවාම තමයි පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ. ඒකට අපිට වෙලාව ඉතුරු කරගෙන ඉක්මනින් කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඔයගොල්ලෝ ළඟ දැන් ඒක ඔක්කොම ලැස්ති වෙලා තියෙනවා නා. So by now we have covered everything that we need to sketch a graph. Now we have to just collect them, the things we learned part by part. අපි එක graph එකක්වත් ඇඳේ නැහැ නේද? කවිෂා අපි ගිය සතියේ එක graph එකක්වත් ඇඳේ නැහැ නේ. අද මුලින්ම අඳින්න නේ තියෙන්නේ පළවෙනි එක ඉඳගෙන. මට මතකයි තියෙන මේ ක්ලාස් එකේ ඇඳේ නැහැ. සිංහල මීඩියම් ක්ලාස් එකේ කරලා තිබුණේ. ගිය සතියේ අපි graph ඇඳේ නැහැ නේ එකක්වත්. I didn't give the method or the criteria or the procedure of I didn't give the procedure of drawing a graph. The මුලින්ම සම්පූර්ණයෙන් කරන්න එපා, right? We start drafts from the beginning, from the easy one, simple ones. And one more thing I wanted to say, then මේ සැරේ ඉලවලා මම විභාග තින් දවස් කිව්වනේ 2020 ඒ අයගේ වැඩ මම ගොඩක් ඉවරයි. එයාට කරන ක්ලාසස් ටිකක් අඩු කරනවා. අඩු කළා from August I want to do an extra class for you. Right? Extra class for you. We can discuss it when you come here. Anyway, from August there will be an extra class. When and we can discuss it, right? The time and day. Extra class ආනේ හරි. එතකොට ඔයගොල්ලෝ දැන් එනවා නම් extra class කියලා අලුතෙන් එකක් දාන්න ඕනේ. අගෝස්තු මාසෙ ඉඳගෙන මේ class එක කරන වෙලාව වැඩි කරනවා. හරි? අගෝස්තු මාසෙ ඉඳගෙන ඔයගොල්ලෝ ආම අපි මේ අදන්සති එක ඩිස්කස් කරමු. පස්සේ තියාරා නිකන් කරේ. part 1 කරා part කියන්නේ part 2 තමයි තියෙන්නේ. දැන්ම මදි කියන්නේ. අයියනා මොනවද කියන්නේ? අයියනා ප්‍රතිවිදෙන්න කරන පාස්නද අයියගේ රටේ කියනවා. එතනක මේක දැනුමේ අගත් උත්තරේ කියන්නේ. හරි. ඒකට බලු කියන්නේ එපා. මේ අද මෙහෙම කියන්නේ Wickrema කරේ නැහැ මේ පාඩම් එක දැන් අලුත් තියෙනවා මාස්ටර් කරලා පාඩු කරන්න ඕනේ අද වාර්තේ මාළේ වෙන අමාරුවෙන් තුවාලෙත් එක නේද නෑ කොහොමද ඒකට නම් පදනමාට මුලින් නම් එන්නද කියලා right then shall we start drawing graphs. Right, this is the procedure. This is the procedure. Right, now we know everything, right? We have all the tools that we need to draw a graph. This is the procedure. To sketch the graph of y equals fx. Graph of y equals fx, right? In the exam, in your combined maths paper, they usually, not usually, they always give this question under differentiation question. Therefore, the first step, they ask you to differentiate and find turning points. So that's where you have to start. Okay, so you will have to start from that because that's what they ask first, to differentiate and explain the turning points. So we will find it first. Step 1, find and identify turning points. Step 2, after finding turning points fully, then you draw the Cartesian plane, right? You draw the Cartesian plane and find few details of the curve. Find the details and mark immediately, right? Step 2, find the following details in order. And once you found something, immediately mark, right? Don't collect all the data and to mark finally on the plane. That's not what you do. You find something, immediately go to the plane and mark it. Then only you go to the next information, right? In order and mark immediately in the plane. So what are the data that we need? Details that we need. First, y as x equals 0. Put x equals 0 and find the y value. In other words, you are marking the y asymptote. Y intercept, where the curve meets y axis. Where the curve meets y axis. This is the A, right? Where the curve meets y axis. Then obviously the second step, we will find x-intercept, where the curve meets x-axis, for which you set y equals 0. X as y equals 0. X-intercept, there can be one or more, right? One or more. X-intercept, 1, 2, 3, maybe many, right? Then you find what happens to y as where goes y as x goes to infinity, positive infinity. You mark what happens to y as x goes to infinity, and then y as x goes to negative infinity. So this might give a horizontal asymptote, or it can be y is going to positive infinity or negative infinity. We don't know. It can be going like this or giving a horizontal asymptote. So you will get horizontal asymptotes if any. You will get horizontal asymptotes if any, right? That's step 3. Step 4 is not step 4, the fourth information you are finding is the vertical asymptotes, mark vertical asymptotes. Vertical asymptotes means the behavior of the curve close to the vertical asymptotes. So we write the curve close to vertical asymptotes. Vertical asymptotes will if you have vertical asymptotes, you will get some things like this, right? Then at the beginning you found the turning point. Now mark turning point. Turning point. If any, right? You found them at the beginning. Now mark turning point. So it's like a maximum, maybe a maximum. There can be a minimum. So you mark turning points, right? So that's all we need. These are the details that we need, right? Information that we need to sketch a curve. Once you mark all these, and the final step is to complete the graph, right? Step 3. Now complete the graph satisfying all these things you have marked. Complete the graph. Complete the graph, right? හරි ඔය ටික ලියාගන්නකෝ අපි examples පටන් ගමු. මම ඔක්කොම examples දෙන්නේ අපි මේ දවස් ටිකේ discuss කරපුවා. හරි? එක ටක් ගාලා ඇඳගෙන යන්න පුළුවන්. නිසා මෙච්චර දවස් කරපු ටික ළඟ තියාගන්න ඕන. turning points හොයපුවා, asymptotes විස්තර කරපුවා. ඒ ටික ඔක්කොම ළඟ තියාගන්න. ඒකට අපිට ටක් ගාලා ඉවර කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඔබ ලියාගන්නකො ළමයි. හරිනේ කරන්නේ. Okay, then shall we start example? Right. අපි examples පටන් ගමු. Guys, sketch the graphs. Okay, we have started from the simplest. Simplest, number 1, y plus x squared minus x minus 6. Answer මාත් එකක් කරමු ඊට පස්සේ ඔයගොල්ලන්ට කරන්න දෙන්න මේක බලා ගන්නකො. We are just following the procedure given, right? Step 1, step 2, step 3, right? Step 1, turning point, find dy by dx. Answer, first find dy by dx, right? මගේ විදියට කරනවා නම් ළමයි මොනවාද dy by dx you find in the last step, right? So finally we need the turning point, but in the exam they ask about the turning point first, therefore you have to find them first, right? නැත්නම් turning point මුලින්ම හොයන එක ඇත්තට තේරුමක් ඇති වෙලා නෙමෙයි. දැන් A-level paper එකේ මුලින්ම අහන නිසා අපි ඒක මුලින් කරලා ඉන්නේ. 2x minus 1. So we found this earlier. මම ටග්ගල ලියලා දාන්නම්. We found turning point of this earlier. That's the turning point, a minimum at half and minus 6 and half. අපි හොයලා ඇති. Half and minus 6 and quarter is a minimum. කලින් හොයලා ඇති මම ඒක පාවිච්චි කරනවා. It's a local minimum. If you want, you can find again. So that's step 1. You know how to find turning point. So you have for this we found earlier that's a minimum at half and that's a minimum. Y dash is negative, y dash is negative and y dash is positive. Minimum at half. Okay, then the step 2. First you find y as x equals 0. When x is 0, you see y is equal to minus 6 as at x equals 0. Right? When x is 0, y is minus 6. ඔයාගත්තම ඒ වෙලාවෙම මාක් කරනවා. That's what I told you. You find something, mark immediately. Minus 6. When x is 0, y is minus 6. So it passes the point minus 6. This is how we show that it passes the point. It's a process, right? It passes this point. And this is how you mark it. And then B, we find the x-intercept. When y is 0, you get x squared minus x minus 6 equals 0. X minus 3, x plus 2 equals 0, x equals minus 2 or x equals 3. 2 points of intercept at minus 2 and plus 3 where the curve meets x-axis. Right, then next step, you send x to positive infinity and negative infinity. In this, where goes y as x goes to positive infinity? as x goes to positive infinity, look at this. Obviously, y will go to positive infinity, right? So as x goes to infinity, y will go to positive infinity, and this is how you mark it, right? This is how you mark it. Then as x goes to negative infinity, next step, as x goes to negative infinity, still y will go to, you forget these things, limits part me. You forget these things, look at only the highest power. So that will give y goes to positive infinity again. Y will go to positive infinity. Limits part me y will go to positive infinity as x goes to negative infinity as well. Uh, then vertical asymptotes, part D, we wrote under D vertical asymptotes, but no vertical asymptotes for this, and no horizontal asymptotes as well, right? Horizontal asymptotes, no horizontal asymptotes, no vertical asymptotes. And finally, we mark turning points. Here we found that half and minus 6 and quarter is the local minimum. Half and we write it first, half minus 6 and quarter is the local minimum. Is the local minimum half minus 6 and quarter. That's the local minimum. Now we have all the data required. So it turns back here, the turning point, passes this point, and should pass this point, then goes to positive infinity, turns here, should pass this point, and then it should go to positive infinity. Then you can do it like this. No coming back, going on and on. Okay, that's a curve. Okay, so this is the first example. You can quickly take it down. Then I'll give curve for you, right? So you can do the rest. So shall I write the next? You can start it. Number 2, y plus x cubed plus x squared minus x minus 1. My turning points coming while at the make, yeah? You can use them. No need of finding again. You can use them and draw it quickly. Number 2. Make a again. Then you can start 2. Now you should be able to do it very quickly. So turning points are these. We found this earlier also, right? Minus 1, 0 is the local maximum. 1 over 3 minus 1 and 5 over 27 is the local minimum. These things we found earlier also. Then find the other details. When x is 0, y is equal to minus 1. So y equals 0, you get x cubed plus x squared minus x minus 1 equals 0. You can easily see that when x is equal to 1, when x is equal to 1, this will be satisfied. So x minus 1 is a factor. Use the things we learn in polynomials. So that gives x. You take x minus 1 out. You can take x squared out. That gives x minus 1. From these minus 1 out, x plus 1. So it's like x plus 1 into x square minus 1, or x plus 1 into, again x plus 1 into x minus 1. So x plus 1 squared x minus 1. So x is equal to minus 1 or x is equal to 1. Minus 1, a double root. This one is a double root. It occurs twice. Minus 1 or plus 1. In part C, so you see that y goes to positive infinity as x goes to infinity. Go like this. Then y will go to negative infinity as x goes to negative infinity. Y go to negative infinity as x goes to negative infinity. Then b, so no horizontal asymptote, and there are no vertical asymptotes also. No vertical asymptotes. You don't have to write it, right? There are no asymptotes, vertical asymptotes. You don't have to write, but because these are the first examples, I wrote. Then turning points. We found the turning point. Minus 1, 0 is the local maximum. This point is the local maximum. Then 1 over 3 minus 1, just below minus 1 and 5 over 27. Okay, here you have a local minimum. So these are the information that we have. These are the information that we have. Now we have to complete the graph. Here there is a double root at you have x plus 1 square, right? Double root at minus 1. A double root means the curve turns. At a double root, curve turns, right? So it's it has to be a maximum or minimum, or some stationary point, turning point at a double root. Okay. So we can complete it now. It turns back and goes to negative infinity. Then here up, then passes this point, like that. Then should pass this point as well, and then goes to positive infinity. So that's the graph. Right? Oh my no, na? Okay, අද පය ළඟට මේක කරන්න. Number 3, y equals x cubed minus 1. මේක ඉවරයක් කරලා අකල කරන්න y equals x cubed minus 1. විනාඩි 5න් පුළුවන් කරන්න. So y is minus 1 as x is 0, y is minus 1. When y is 0, x cube minus 1 equals 0. So we get x minus 1 equals 0, this equals 0, difference of cubes. X square plus x plus 1 equals 0. Here there are no real roots, right? Delta is less than 0. X cube minus 1, x cube minus a cube equals 0, or x cube plus a cube equals 0. These have only one real root, right? When you factorize them, this gives a real root, but not this. Always x cube minus a cube equals 0, x cube plus a cube equals 0. You get only one real root, right? This part has no real roots. So no real root. No real root for this part. Therefore, x equal 1 is the only solution. ඒවා මතක තියාගන්න ටක් කරලා ගණන් කරන්න. Y goes to positive infinity and x goes to positive infinity very quickly because it's x cube. It goes very rapidly. Y goes to negative infinity and x goes to negative infinity again very rapidly. Rapidly because it's x cube, right? So no horizontal asymptote. Similarly, no vertical asymptote. Then stationary points, you come to stationary points next. 0 minus 1 is an increasing inflection. Increasing inflection, you show it like this. Increasing inflection. So these are the details required. Hello? I have this. The ප්‍රශ්නය අනිත් ප්‍රමාණයත් Right, now you can know it. You have all the details. Go to negative infinity like this. Then go to positive infinity this side. So that's how the curve is, right? තේනවනේ එකකට එකක් වෙනස් නා. So this has an inflection point. 0 minus 1 is a positive inflection, right? So that's what's special here with this graph. Then Takala and Ilagakata, express this and quickly go to the next. The fourth is okay. What color make x cube minus x squared plus 4x minus 4. Finish this quickly and go to the next. Now you can do that. Do the graph of that. This is for y equals x cube minus 1. You should be able to do it in quick time, right? Between 5 and 10 minutes. For turning points, you get 3x square minus 2x plus 4 equals 0. What about the root of this? Roots of this? Roots of this, if you don't see factors, what I told you before is to check delta. You don't see factors definitely of this, then check delta. Delta equals b square minus 4ac, definitely less than 0, so no real roots. That means no stationary points, or no turning points, right? No stationary points. No stationary points. Okay, so you can go ahead. It means x-axis only at x equals 1. X equals 1. There is only one intercept. Then y goes to positive infinity as x goes to infinity, and y will go to negative infinity as x goes to negative infinity. Like this. The vertical asymptotes, so there are no vertical asymptotes, clearly no vertical asymptotes. No vertical asymptotes, and also no stationary points. No turning points. So this is all we have as data. Then how to draw this? No vertical asymptotes, no horizontal asymptotes, no turning point. And you just draw it like this. So that's how the graph looks like. If you compare this with the previous one, this is for y equals x cubed minus x squared plus 4x minus 4. The previous one we drew y equals x cubed minus 1. At a glance, they look the same. Y equals x cubed minus 1. This is the last graph we drew. At a glance, they look somewhat similar, but they are not. There's a very important difference between them. This curve has a turning point here. Here, there's a turning point, an increasing inflection, but this graph has no turning point at all, right? Apparently, they look somewhat similar, right? Apparently, they are somewhat similar, but there is a serious difference between them. Okay, this has the point of a turning point of inflection. This has no turning point at all. තව එකක් කඳුමුටක් ගාලා එතකොට මට අද මේ පාඩම බේසිකලි ඉවර කරන්න පුළුවන්. graph අඳින එක. ඊට පස්සේ මට homework දෙන්න පුළුවන්. Then number 5, y equals x plus 2 over x minus 1. Like ඉක්මනින් ඉවර කරලා you can go to the last plus 2 over x minus 1. This also has no turning point. No turning point. Y equals minus 2 and x equals 0. Y equals minus 2. X is minus 2 when y equals 0. When y will go to horizontal asymptote, y will go to 1 as x goes to infinity, 1 from above. Then y will go to 1 from below as x goes to negative infinity. Niyama kalian dila tinewa, for example. So you have horizontal asymptote and horizontal asymptote. x equals 1, so we go to 1 from above, on right, on left, we go to 1 from below. Then vertical asymptote, there is a vertical asymptote at x equals 1. There is a vertical asymptote at x equals 1. To describe that, -2 plus 1 we mark on either side, as y is positive. Here again y is positive. So right of 1 y is positive, we go to positive infinity. Left of 1 y is negative, so it will go to negative infinity. So we write it y goes to positive infinity as x gets closer to 1 from positive side. So y will go to negative infinity as x gets closer to 1 from negative side. And finally, no turning points. So this is the vertical asymptote and no turning point. So this is the information we have. Then you have to complete the graph upon this information. Okay, ඉවර කරන්න ළමයි. මම හිතනම් homework ප්‍රශ්න ටික දෙන්නම්. Now you can complete this graph. There are two branches. One branch will go like this. The other will go like that. That's the graph. Homework කට ලියා ගන්න to draw the graph. මේ ටිකයි මම ඉතුරු ටික මේ දානවා. right. Basically, I homework for letter. Oh. හරිද ළමයි? right එහෙනම් ওই ටික ඔය graph ටික අඳින්න ඕවා අපි discuss කරමු ඊළඟ Thursday මෙහෙට ඇවිල්ලා හරි ලොකු ප්‍රශ්නයක් වුණේ නැත්නම් අදින් මේ online class එක නවත්තමු ඔයගොල්ලෝ මෙහෙට එන්න ඊට පස්සේ මේ ටික discuss කරලා ඔයගොල්ලන්ට ඊට පස්සේ තින්නේ 2011 ඉඳගෙන ඔක්කොම past papers වල තියෙන graphs ටික අඳින එක දැනට මේ ටික කරන්නකෝ උතන 10ක් තියෙනවනේ 11ක් දැන්ට ওই ටික කරගෙන එන්න හරි ලබන සතියේ බලමු මේ කොහොමද past papers ගණන් ටික ඊට පස්සේ ඒවා කතා කරමු එක topic එකක් තියෙනවා මග ඇරුණු නෙමෙයි ඊළඟට කරන් තියෙන එක මට ඔයගොල්ලෝ මතක් කරන්න අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම කවිෂක් ලියාගන්න second derivative test ඒක කරන්න තියෙනවා හොඳේ මේ ඔක්කොම ඉවරුනාම ඒක කරන් තියෙනවා second derivative test we have to do that right මට චුට්ටක් මතක් කරන්න hari lamai එහෙනම් ඔය ටික කරන්න ඊළඟ සතියේ most probably you will come here right and there will be no online class okay then හැමෝටම බුදු සරණයි අපි මෙතනින් පන්තිය නවත්වමු